So if you didn't see my video on 410 gears, the link is in the description. Basically, it's an option you have to get. If you're getting this Ram 2500, 5th gen, mine happens to be a 2021. If you're getting this truck, you need 410 gears. It's a must-have. So watch that video if you're on the fence. It should absolutely convince you. This video is going to be a bit longer than that one. That was a short one. This one's going to be a long one because it's about a group, basically a group of options. That's what they call it in RAM. It's the Snow Chief group. Now you might be saying, well, you know, I'm not getting a snowplow. I'm not getting a snowplow either. I didn't get this because I'm getting a snowplow. What this thing comes with, the options, it comes with 6 options. What this thing comes with, freaking, I mean, you got to get it. $850, that's what it costs. Now, I'm not going to waste your time. The number one thing, I'm going to go number one, the most important to the least important. The number one, you could turn it off after this and just check the box. That's how good it is. And that's a limited slip. You get the Snow Chief group, you're going to get limited slip differential. They call it like anti-spin or something like that. It's limited slip differential. That's what it is. If you don't get it, you're going to have open diffs. Open diffs are a nightmare. If you're driving on snow or mud, or if you're going to a job site, construction job site, you need limited slip. Limited slip is essentially, automatic lockers, essentially. Lockers, some people consider lockers better, some people consider limited slip better because, they don't want to have to think about it. And I agree. It's kind of like 1 and 2 or 1 and 1A. It's really difficult to pick which one's better. It's really about the person, to be honest with you. Some people like lockers because they want the control. Some people don't want to think about it, so they want limited slip. But that's how powerful it is. It's compared to lockers. When you think about lockers, you know what I mean? Cars that come with lockers are like, a Rubicon. Power Wagon, I think, has lockers. And then, these, I don't even think, does the TRD Pro have lockers? It must if it's compared to a Rubicon. I don't know much about Toyotas, but that's how good it is. Limited slip is really important. It's worth $850. I would pay $850 just for limited slip, without a doubt. You know what also comes with? 220 amp alternator. You plan on putting a second battery in, you want lights or something like that, a 220 amp alternator could charge like 5 batteries. It's incredibly powerful alternator. If you wanted to put it in aftermarket, it might cost you $500-600 to buy one of those things. If you can't put it in, if you want the warranty, let's say, if you want to go to the dealer, it's going to cost you over $1,000. So like right away, like those first 2 things are worth more than $1,000, and the group is $850. The third thing, it comes with a factory beautiful OEM auxiliary button panel. Essentially, you're going to get buttons like 1 through 6 or 1 through 7. I can't remember what it is. I'll show close-ups of it. But it's all built right in. Looks beautiful. And here's the greatest part about this. It's already wired. You don't have to go to the back of this thing to wire it. It's already wired to under the hood. I'll show you some close-ups of that. This means, and they give you a wiring harness. You plug it in, and the wires are just hanging off. You can connect it right up to lights. You can connect it up to anything. It's meant to be connected to a snowplow, but you can connect it to anything. That's worth a lot of money. You could buy the panel, sure, but what the wiring? That's a lot of work. You pay somebody to do that, it's going to cost big money. That probably costs over $1,000 when it's all said and done. You got those 3 right there. That's big. Next thing it comes with, this is not an expensive thing, but it's cool, and it's a transfer case skid plate. That's not bad. You're going off-road, basically, it's going to cover your transfer case. That's nice. I think that's worth like maybe $200 or something like that aftermarket. The 5th thing it comes with is all-terrain tires. Now you might be getting really good all-terrain tires. I actually ordered some Wild Peaks, right? Maybe you don't want to sink the money in some heavy tread all-terrain tires, some aggressive all-terrain tires, and you just want something that's just not highway tires. Well, this is going to do it for you. If you wanted to just get some regular all-terrain tires, it's going to cost you $1,000. And if you want the spare, it's probably $1,250. So that feature right there is worth big money. So I just gave you 5 monster features that come in this thing. The 6th one is they give you cab lights. Now that's the thing I could probably do without. It's sort of a liability. Not right now, but maybe at 100,000 miles I want to pop them off and reseal them because they drill holes in the cab. Now, what are cab lights? Cab lights are essentially something that actually is required in most states if you're over 80 inches. Most trucks aren't over 80. This one is like 79 3/4. But once you put a snowplow on it, right? It's over 80, so they put the cab lights on it. And some trucks are over 80, like a Ford Raptor is over 80, but I think it's just the fender flares that are. And I think that's like a loophole. There's a lot of loopholes out there. I mean, there's a lot. Commercial license plates. You put a cap on a truck that's over 6,000 pounds. You don't need commercial license plates because the Suburban is over 6,000. You need that loophole is there for the Suburban. But either way, $850 for those first 5. That is a freaking killer deal. It was a must-have for me. 410 gears, a must-have. The color, I wanted silver, and I had to have the Snow Chief package. Definitely look into it. If you have the choice of getting one with or without, pay the extra money and get the Snow Chief package. It's extremely powerful, and it is going to save you. I mean, you get stuck in the mud. Well, you're not going to get stuck in the mud because you're going to have limited slip. If you get stuck in the mud, you're going to be like, man, I seriously wish I had limited slip right now. I wish I paid $850 for that Snow Chief package. I'm telling you. All right, see ya.